Yes.
What's your topic?
My topic is karaoke.
Oh.
Yes. So there's a reason for this. And that reason is I just came from Philadelphia, which
It's actually where the karaoke came from.
that's what I heard.
That's where it was invented.
Well, every motherfucking thing is the first thing in Philadelphia.
Right.
It's like you could not walk a block, and I'm talking even in like the projects and the not really nice areas, without some plaque that's like, this is the first gutter that was ever made. This is the first Bell. This is the first
It's an old
Dunkin'
town.
Donuts. And it's just like, God damn, man.
It's at least 100 years old.
Yeah, at least.
If not 110.
Anyway, I enjoyed my time very much because I was with my
Did you go to
girlfriend,
Pat and Gino's?
Gia. I went to Pat, yes. It was Pat's is the name of it?
Pat's and Gino's. Yeah.
Yes, they're two
Right across the
competing Philly cheesesteak places that are directly across the street from each other, facing each other in the most like intense Mexican face-off I've ever seen. And it's stand-up, yeah, and it's amazing.
I like Mexican face-off.
I just love that they're just fucking like talking shit to each other, like so hard, especially Gino's, because like Sam's is the other place.
No, Pat's.
It's like it's this like.
Sorry, Kevin just looked at me when I said Mexican Face Off. He looked at me like he was expecting me to do a version of Face Off with a Mexican accent, and I really wanted to. But then he was like, he gave me the don't do a version of Face Off.
Oh, sure.
With a Mexican accent, it'll come off super racist. I apologize, Tim.
No,
Continue.
it's fine. Yeah, freaking Pat's is just like, they're chill. They're just like, hey, we're classic and we're the first motherfuckers. Like they had that vibe.
Yeah.
Gino's is just fucking, there's like neon signs and shit, and they just have middle fingers up.
Did it still look like it was September 12th, 2001?
No.
Remember I was telling you about that before when I went there and I walked up and it's all like, if you don't speak English, get out of America. And there was like all this never forget stuff. And I'm like, oh no. What is happening
I didn't
here?
notice that, but it was very American and just like in its exuberance. I thought they were both very okay. And I didn't love my adventure there. Now, having said that, I need it to be pointed out that it was freezing cold. Now, I'm not just like, oh, I'm this little boy from San Francisco. I don't know what cold is. That is true. Yes. Having said that, I was there with East Coast people, and they're all like, it hasn't been like this. This is too damn cold. And it was too damn cold. I thought I was going to die on multiple occasions.
Gotcha.
So I think that did kind of ruin my food experience because they don't have indoor seating.
Right.
Which, I'm going to be honest, that all goes into the food experience. Like, if you're going to be in freaking Philadelphia and it's negative 1,000 degrees, how are you going to just have outside tables? That doesn't even make sense. Like, step your game up. Maybe you should be the first place to make some good decisions. And fucking beat the other guy.
You'll send him a plaque.
That's all they need. Have another building next to it, and then they'd be fucking good. Yeah, I'll give them whatever plaque they want. Anyways, we went to do karaoke.
Sure.
And immediately I was upset because I thought we were going to one of those places where there's like the separate rooms you go into, and like you're just with your friends.
That's real karaoke. That's not fun American karaoke.
So then there's the fun American karaoke, which is like you go to a bar and then there's a stage, and people can go up the stage. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I love that.
It's like it just there's something about it that it's just a little too presentational for me, which
it's intimidating.
It's not even that's not why I don't like it. But this place was it was a weird in between where it was a bar, but there was no stage. There was just mics that would travel around the room.
I don't like anything about that.
And it was fucking awesome because every time a new song would come on, there was just screens all around the room, and you didn't know who like was singing or where they were. So every time a new song started, you're like trying to look around to see who it is, and there's like mini mosh pits starting in the room. And as the night got drunker, it just got hella fun. Like that is now my new preferred form of karaoke. So
wow.
Shout out to Philadelphia because that shit was fucking awesome.
They're the first karaoke place to do that for you.
Yeah, they are also the first karaoke place to not have Genuine's Pony, which was the most upsetting thing. Because that video would have been awesome. But they did have Everybody by Backstreet Boys, so I kind of rocked the shit out of that one. So that was good. But anyways, I wanted to know what you guys' thoughts are on karaoke. What are your go-to songs? And what style do you prefer?
That's a good topic.
I love karaoke. And I'm getting out my karaoke song list for you.
Do you have like a notepad ready? I love you,
of course
Greg.
I do.
You're such a fucking amazing person.
You can read down that right there. Now, these are not ranked in order of favorite song. If I'm going to a karaoke joint, I go in, I crack the book, I go to Daryl Worley, Have You Forgotten, the 9/11 song. Let me tell you, plays well everywhere but New York, and I know that from experience. All right? You go there, you sing about it, because he talks about the Pentagon in a song. You kidding me? That's fun. And then... if not that, then I'm doing Dynamite Hack, Boys in the Hood.
That's a good one.
That plays to my strengths.
Yeah. That's very you.
It is very
in
me.
a nutshell.
Thank
All right. I don't know 90% of these songs.
You're an idiot.
If I could be like that.
Yeah, 3 Doors Down.
Okay.
If I could be like that, I would give anything.
So
You like this song? You like
guys
this song?
might not know
Your
this.
list sucks so far. You got
Daryl
I'm
Worley.
going to talk about this in a minute.
Greg Miller is the karaoke god because he knows every word to every song ever, and I think that is the key to karaoke. You
Sure.
can't be reading off the screen. You
No,
need to be just
no.
freestyling. You need to be performing.
Nothing is more impressive to a lady you're trying to court than if you are singing karaoke Taylor Swift and you turn your back to the monitor and sing it to her.
That's the only way to go.
See, I will disagree with you respectfully. In that I think you should know the words, but toward the end of the song, act like you don't really know the words, like you are, just so you're not a fucking psychopath who practices their karaoke before you walk in.
Well, there is that guy, and that guy was coming out strong that night. It was this giant, really big dude, and he was just killing it. It was Valentine's Day.
Right.
So that was, love was in the air, and he did the thing where it's like, okay, you're going a little too far in the freestyling.
Sure.
Where it's like, the words were like, oh, baby, and he's like, oh, baby, and he's like look at random
like
girls.
he's playing
just
Parappa the
I'm
Rapper?
I'm like, yeah,
Too
right.
much. What you got to do is you got to get the fine art of by about the third verse, or whatever the last verse is. You break, you laugh a little bit, and everyone in the audience laughs with you. Like, oh, this guy is immortal. Like he's not some superhero. out there.
He's not a god.
You know,
Yeah.
he's one of us.
He went through the songbook
Too.
just like me.
Exactly. I could be him if I just tried hard and sang in my car on the 91 freeway for like 5 years in college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fucking gold.
Yeah.
Now, something I liked about the like weird, bull pit area thing was that like you can kind of like, if you saw someone was super into your performance, you can like give them the mic and have them like finish lines and shit. And it was awesome. It became like a community effort. And I really appreciate that. Let's keep going down the list, Greg.
Now this list is deep, so I don't understand what Colin's already hating on about it. It's a karaoke.
That's the problem.
It's
Greg.
a karaoke song for every mood.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
Greg's
depressed
prepared.
when I go there.
I'm gonna
Maybe
get into-
I'm
I'm gonna get
at
into-
awake. Maybe grandma died.
I'm going to get into the karaoke mantra in a minute and the inherent flaw of this list. But
I do want to give
From Social Butterfly, Colin Moriarty, here how to be successful at karaoke.
I want to give a shout out to the like 60-year-old Asian man that tried his best to sing "My Heart Will Go On,"
Nice.
and it's like I'm assuming he never heard the song before he did
Nice.
it because it was just a disaster in the most beautiful way.
The thing about that song is it comes from a place of pure passion.
Yeah.
So you don't actually have to sing it to feel it, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
Nothing beats Celine Dion.
the king of wishful thinking.
Come on now.
That's a good
Thank
song.
you.
That's a
What's the king of wishful thinking?
I'll get over you. Pretty Woman, I know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
That's a
will.
good song. Good
There's
song.
this great breakdown.
And even the 80s is great during karaoke.
I'll never shed a tear for you.
See, I think things are changing.
Over you. That's good. Do that.
I would
fucking
watch you rock that.
destroy. I have destroyed with that song.
So we're now. I think the demographics are changing. It's a '90s game now. When you go to the karaoke bars, it's like
There
that's
are
the
certain
shit they go crazy
80s
for.
songs that will never
course,
go away.
of
There
course.
is during every karaoke night, for instance, someone always plays Journey, and they either play it too early, and just a small town girl, right?
Yeah, you can't play it too early.
Can't play too early. That's got to be everyone's got. No, don't pick that song. Drink one. No, come on, Journey. It's the obvious choice. Drink 14. Fucking play some Journey right now. I need to sing to that. And you just see you'll look back if you're singing or if you're facing
Yeah.
people, and just a sea of people exploding and the worst fucking sound coming at you because no one can sing Journey.
Yeah,
no one can sing it
that's
well
very
except my
true.
brother. He can actually kill. He can
And
crush
Brennan
Journey.
Ayub, man.
Brennan can do, but Brennan can't last like longer than 2 verses.
I'll tell you just as a quick thing, I will never forget Brennan singing Any Way You Want It. And I was like, holy shit. Like that guy can sing, like really
remember-
rock that song.
His
You know?
Dirty Pop is my favorite by NSYNC.
that-
Because
he-
he does
he can
the
hit those
whole
higher
choreographed
registers.
dance from the video. And like, if you've seen Brennan Ayub, that's a special sight.
Yeah, it really is. He's
keep
not a
going
small
through this.
man.
All right, we got.
You can move on to everybody else's list. I'm just
No,
letting you
I
know
like-
how
I liked
serious
it.
I am. Some of these are works in progress. I wouldn't go out and put them out. But like on a Tuesday night, I'm in Nashville for some reason. I'll go to an open night, Mike.
Greg, I love you so much. I
Yeah.
got to get through this list because
I love that you referred to karaoke as open mic night. They're all open mic nights at
Crazier,
karaoke.
crazier careers have been launched.
No.
Screaming Infidelities.
Oh yeah, Dashboard Confessional.
Okay.
But as for now, I'm gone. I love all the emo stuff. Come on.
California.
Yeah,
By Phantom Planet. Yeah.
California.
I saw Phantom Planet play in a record store once. It was really weird. They
How
were
many
good.
people were there?
Was it in California?
No, it was in Boston. Probably 100 people. It was interesting. Yeah.
When they played the song California, did everyone get it? Did they know what California
That's all
was?
I wanted to see. I think I might even.
That's
left
what
after
everybody
that.
wanted to
Because I
see.
like didn't know they just put out a new record. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Teenage Dirtbag.
Yeah.
Wheatus, the
Yeah.
Pride of Long Island.
Come on.
That's a good one.
Take Me Home Tonight.
Yeah.
I'll give
Good
you
one.
that.
So that's the second song on this list that I think is a karaoke song.
I'll Be by Edward McCain.
Yeah. That one, shirtless Wisconsin on a bachelor party. That one, I destroyed a bar we were at.
Come On, Feel the Noise.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
I did
Quiet
not
Riot.
Did not know it was spelled C-U-M.
It is.
Okay.
Do you like that I'm that accurate? I want to be able to find these songs at a glance.
Here's the thing
That's
that
the
got
third
me
song.
most excited about this list.
Sure.
There was 2 songs on this list.
Yeah.
Common People and Home Sweet Home.
Right.
Okay? Don't know what those songs are.
Yeah, you know Home Sweet
Home by Poison?
Home Sweet Home.
I love that song.
And then-
That's a hard song to sing.
And then Common People.
I'm on my way. We gotta go. Let's go right now. Go karaoke.
Who's Common People by?
I have no idea. That must have
Okay.
been I heard it somewhere and I was like, I'd like to learn that song.
Now, my favorite thing about these 2 songs is it says learn Common People and learn Home Sweet Home. You're the most serious motherfucker I've ever met about this shit. And I appreciate that.
Now let me get down into
Home Sweet Home is. If you can rock Home Sweet Home, that's awesome.
We just did.
That's a hard song, dude. It changes register midway,
Yeah.
and
I'm
there's
ready.
like, the problem is I can sing all these songs for 5 seconds, but how many of us have been out there where you're like, I got this, and by the second verse you're like, I got nothing left in the tank.
That's why I
And
started
this is
writing things down,
embarrassing.
right? Because you get up there and because it's always, oh, I know that song, I enjoy that song, and you get up
Right.
there and then you learn, oh, I don't know.
Oh
the
my
middle part
God.
of this
So
really
my
don't know
favorite
this.
thing was this group, it was like a bachelorette party, and one of them was like, let's do Always There by Ashanti and Ja Rule. The Always There When You Call, but I'm always on time. That song.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, oh, I know that song. Except you forget that it's the Ja Rule part where there's verses in between each chorus. These people just pretended that wasn't a thing and sang the chorus for 3 minutes straight.
Nice.
Just over and
I respect
over
that.
and over.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So here's the mansion. So this is the thing about Greg's list. Everyone can have their own list. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
That's a self-indulgent list. The art of karaoke is to make sure you're playing songs people around you actually give a fuck about. If you're playing Teenage Dirtbag, which I appreciate because it is from a band from Long Island, and we all like that very much.
We all love Long Island. Best island ever.
Then like the mentality's wrong. You know what I mean? Like you have to play songs that people know.
I agree,
You know,
but
and
you're
like-
underselling Wheatus's potential here. You understand? Wheatus has a hook in a lot of us of our age bracket, where you get up there and it might be that Wheatus Teenage Dirtbag and people are like, huh? And they're like, oh, the American Pie song? Fuck yeah.
Is it an American Pie?
People relate it to that because of all
It's
the
in
Jason
it's in that
Biggs.
other Jason Biggs
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, the
where he-
loser one. Yeah.
But so like my thing is like, because I did a lot of karaoke in college especially, and then early on when I came here, I love karaoke. I think it's fun. But you learn that quickly. Like you have to do things that like people really know and like if you want to have a lot of fun. So like to me, it's like any Tears for Fears song is fun to do, or like Man Eater's always my fucking go-to.
Any
Hall
Hall
and
Notes,
Uh,
you're gonna bring down the house. with
like
that.
if you want to get in the 90s, like Interstate Love Song or Jeremy or something's really funny to do, like songs that people like heard on the radio and know whatever, because I would love to do like really obscure shit because it's fun. Not that any of that's like super obscure, because I love Dashboard Confessional, for instance. But that was just it's not serious, it's karaoke, really give a fuck. But that was always my mentality, was like, what is
Greg
the
gives a
song
fuck.
what is the song about that like will make people like elicit like interest, like, because karaoke is a team sport. You know what I mean? It's not.
You gotta have people out there sing, and that's actually to Greg's earlier point. I'm like, I will give you that, because when it hits that hook, everyone will go, "Oh, I'm just a teenager," and they'll go, "Yeah," because they won't know the other part of the lyrics. But
That's when they shut up and listen.
I understand Colin's point, and it's the same problem I have with Halloween costumes. People should know
You have to don't
inherently
explain it.
what you're wearing. You should not have to explain your Halloween costume to a group of people and have them fake like they know what the fuck you're talking about. And meanwhile, they're like, he's gone off his meds, right? Like, with me, I'm with you on that one, Colin. I think you go obvious choice, maybe one step below the obvious choice. That's as far as you go.
Yeah, but like to me, it's like karaoke's not fun if people around you aren't having fun. Like if you're up there singing and like everyone's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Right.
Like that sucks. You can just do that in your bedroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
No.
so that's my whole mentality. That's why I think like the Police are really fun to sing, or like like you can,
Police are so hard to sing. How are you guys doing this?
or because it's not about like hitting all the register or whatever. It's about enjoying yourself.
And
It's
also
true.
karaoke, it makes everything sound good on the mic at least. I don't know what magic it has, but it's like,
Well, they usually put the actual vocals behind you too.
well, it's
sometimes.
that, but also they do some weird mixing thing that's like, man, like I don't sound like that. I know I don't sound like that.
You think you sound good to the audience. Everyone just sounds like
No, but
shit
I mean,
in
I'm talking
karaoke.
even with other people.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like I'll be with them and like I hear it and I hear them in real life. And I'm like, damn, there's a difference.
I'm with you on this one, Colin, because one of the songs I like to sing a handful of songs, a small smattering of songs. One of them is Hit or Miss, and that's Creep by Radiohead. Like, I love that song, but you have to pull it out right after there was right after someone did Don't Stop Believin'. like then you do you cool it down a little bit with Radiohead, right? And then someone else brings something back up.
Like Say My
You
Name.
can't start your set with Radiohead because people are gonna be like, what, this guy? Jesus, I don't want to talk to him. And maybe like get him a seltzer water or something instead of alcohol. He shouldn't be self-medicating.
Get the blades away from him.
Yeah, exactly. But I like to start the night off with the same song every single time. And that's Stevie Wonder's Superstition. Now, not a lot of people know they know that song. And not even if you don't know that song, it's just a really good song that kicks the night off at a good tempo, so to speak. If I'm feeling my oats, I will go to Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. Because women love that song. And that's one of those where you can literally just molest people, guys and girls. And as long as you're singing Marvin Gaye, they're like, it's Marvin Gaye.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. And then when I'm really drunk, and this is always a crowd pleaser, because no matter, every time I pull this out, people go, and you just look around and there's a crowd behind you. I've always wanted to do this. Gin and Juice by one Mr. Snoop Dogg. Rap, you would not think goes over well in karaoke because it kind of defies the law of karaoke. It's not really singing, but it is performing, and everyone knows the lyrics to Gin and Juice.
And that's the key is with rap, you need to know every single lyric without looking at the screen, and you need to be able to kill it and perform and like act out and just do dumb shit. People fucking love that shit.
The best.
If you're messing it up, you start. No.
When we were at the Brass Monkey one year after E3 or before E3, because that used to be the trip. We were there watching karaoke, and this guy got up and I think I got all this right, but it's not an important part. But this guy got up. I want to say he was like typical white country guy, right? And he got up to do not Gin and Juice, but some other Snoop Dogg song. And it went in, and as soon as he started, everybody was like, "Oh shit!" And he knew everything. And this guy got up from the bar, walked over. He was in a collared shirt. You remember this? The earpiece in his thing, and he just took out a wad of cash and made it rain on him. And it was like the most fucking crazy thing we'd ever seen. Yeah,
that's baller as fuck. Yeah. See, the thing for me, and I have this going for me, is it's an easy win. Is do either Ice Ice Baby or any Eminem song, and I get that the instant street creds. Yeah, nah.
Okay.
Macklemore doesn't have the same level of,
you
know,
Ice Ice Baby is
this guy. It's
good
perfect.
pull.
It's
great
perfect
pull.
because then you're in on the joke. If you start doing like you're not gonna see me be doing like Kanye songs and shit. You know what I mean? Like then it's like, But if I'm obviously in on it, they just love it.
Gotcha.
It's the truth.
Now let me ask you this question, the all important question. When you get to some of the more racy expletives in some of the rap,
never do it.
Never do them, right?
I mean, well, see, that's why I stick with the white people.
Oh, okay.
Because then I was looking, and there was like certain songs like Paris by Kanye and Jay-Z. I'm like, I'd love to do that. I can't do that. I'm just not going to. Someone else did it, and I appreciated that because then I could sing along and not say the parts that I don't want to say.
Right.
You know?
What I do in Boys in the Hood with Dynamite Hack, of course, the N-word pops up once, and I say, Young Greggy's.
I don't like doing that. I want to keep it pure. I don't want to fuck with shit. I want to get in there and like.
But it's fun though because you can actually like with rap, it is fun because a lot of people will just kind of chime in on the parts they know and things like that. And I would recommend picking something of the classics that have been around for a long time. I wouldn't do anything that's like brand new because people will like the song but they don't know the lyrics maybe.
Yeah. Well, I will say Hotline Bling fucking killed it.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, but that's not the hardest song.
Yeah.
I got up a Hotline Bling. I got a Hotline Bling. That's pretty much the entire lyric of the song. And all you have to do is this.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck that dance is that he doesn't. Did you see that AT&T commercial he's on?
Good.
With Kevin Butler.
That's ridiculous. Greg, there's a decisive lack of T Swift on your list.
Right, yeah.
No?
I don't need to, I don't want to butcher her songs, her lyrics. I try to stay in something I know I can hit. A Taylor Swift song, hard to perform. I've done it once or twice, of course, obviously, with my SingStar background pedigree, if you will. But like when I'm out there, it's also a lot of people are going to do that. I don't need to go that way. You know what I mean? I don't need to stoop to that level. I got King of Wishful Thinking in my back pocket.
They didn't have any new Taylor Swift at the one I was at either.
Yeah.
It was all the older stuff. A random surprise hit that I was one of those things where I'm like, I didn't know I knew every word of this. There was a Grease medley.
Oh.
That had like all the key hit. Oh my god, the place blew the fuck up for that.
Oh, everyone loves Grease.
Yeah.
If there's one thing people like drunk karaoke goers love more than Journey, it's Grease. 100%.
Yeah, it was an experience for sure.
You find out some really fun shit about your friends when a Grease song comes on. I'm like, what is that? Is that You're the One That I Want? Is that the name of the song?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know the name of the song. But when that song comes on, you look over at even some of your hardest hitting friends, and they're like, honey, the one that I want. Yo, the one that I want.
Who would you describe as your hardest hitting friend?
I don't have, probably Kevin. Probably Kevin. I don't hang out with any thugs anymore.
Yeah. So then, I guess to round out this topic, the other part you asked was, what do you prefer more? Because I think, again, my song's built or my song was built for. Maybe I'm in the private room. Maybe there's 5 of us. Maybe in the private room there's 10 of us. Maybe I'm in the giant mosh pit, as you call it. What do you prefer, Tim?
See, now I like this mosh pit thing. Like the ability to like collaborate with motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Man, it made it a special thing. And again, they didn't have thong song. Very upset about that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Where's the love for Cisco?
But I prefer that or the rooms. I don't like the stage thing.
I like the stage thing.
Yeah, the stage is the best. That's the point.
That's the whole point. You're performing.
The best we ever did, the best karaoke ever was Edna's at Chipmunk Library. Where you remember this? We always talk about this in South City.
Talked about it. I haven't
Yeah, Colin and I met there for the first time because we'd go there with like 19 IGN editors and take over this Filipino karaoke bar that was run by transvestites in the front that stood up there, and then they hosted it and did comedy segments and made fun of their arm hair and all this other stuff. And then when you came up to do your songs, they would fall into the back and they would be backup singers to you. So you already came, even if you didn't have a crew, which everybody did, of course, but if you didn't have a crew for your song, you had people in the background that were making better. And I, of course, always hammed it up with them and stuff
That's
like that.
great.
It was awesome.
So that sounds cool.
I mean, I love the stage. I don't like the small rooms, although the small rooms are very fun. But that's more of a party with karaoke. That's not really karaoke.
True.
To me. True karaoke to me is you get a little butterfly before you go up. You're a little drunk. You start singing, and then you look out into a sea of people you don't know, and they're singing back to you, and you get that semi like concert vibe for a second, where you're like, hey, this must be. You get a flash of what it might feel like to actually perform in front of real people for like in a real setting. I'm gonna give a quick shout out though to Hall & Notes. Namely, I Can't Go For That, which is another song that I want to learn how to do in karaoke. So kudos to you for reminding me of that.
Yeah, Hall & Notes is great karaoke. That's quintessential karaoke. But I would say like the song that is fun to sing if you have the balls to sing it is ABBA's Dancing Queen. Now that's a song that people can get fucking down to. You know, that's a fucking song, dude.
Yeah.
And like you have to have some balls to sing that song. There's a high register on that.
You got to
song.
have actually no balls to sing that song.
True. That's actually a really good
be
point. That's actually a really great point.
Unix style.
So like that to me, like, yeah, I agree. Is like karaoke to me is like only karaoke if you're doing it in front of people you don't know. Like that's the idea, you know, like in my opinion, like that's the singing in front of people. There's different ways you can do it. I mean, SingStar is still karaoke or something like that, but it's about like not be like there. Like that's what I always think about when I look at a song list. Like, yeah, I'd love to do a 311 song. I mean, no one wants to hear that. Like you have to look at it and be like, what do people want to hear? Like what's gonna like make like what are they gonna sing along to? And you have to identify like those specific songs, you know. In my opinion, I mean that's the way I feel because you have to be cognizant of the people around you. Because I've been to so many karaoke places where I've even heard people being like, "What is this? Like, why is this person even playing this song?" Like, you know, like, and that's true because you're wasting everyone's time. You have to like, so it's like a group, it's a team fucking game. It's like baseball. Like everyone's getting there, like going up to the plate, and you have to like rely on each other. But you don't want like someone to strike out, and then it affects the entire team. Yeah. Like,
oh yeah.
So that's kind of like my take on it. You know?
I have friends that like I know can't sing and won't do it, and they get too drunk, and I'll just be like, no, we're on a fucking hitting streak right now, bro.
Oh, speaking of hitting streaks, one of the people in my group did I Will Survive. That's another one that's just like every motherfucker.
Oh, well, if you want to talk about you want to pull a song out and have every single person in the bar be like, oh, I'll hum you the first 3 like notes in this. Sweet
Diamond.
Caroline. Everyone's like, bah, bah, bah. You gotta do that. Someone's gotta do that.
That song has
I don't pick it though because it's on the list like 50 times.
Yeah, that's a song that song's kind of ruined for me because it's such a connotation to Boston Red Sox. But
it's ruined for me because Damon always does it, and he does it the best I've ever heard. Like Damon just destroys it. And you're like, well, no one else. I can never hear anyone else do it.
I'm glad the Red Sox had to ruin it for me. That was great.
Damon has that range for it. Damon has that timbre to his voice that is like the diamond.
Yeah.
The diamond.
It's the diamond, bro.